Hello, friends. This is Anna from Around the World with Anna. How we doing? Today I'm going to talk with you about something very fun. This is going to be a follow-up video to the article that I have written about being a bar crawl leader, which is a very, very unique job, to say the least. It's definitely loads of fun, but you have to kind of have a certain personality type in order to be a successful bar crawl leader. So I'm going to go over some of those little pieces of information and little nuggets of knowledge and little tips and tricks that'll maybe help you get the job, kind of reiterate some stuff I've written in my article, but also show you some examples of different bar crawls through handy dandy screen share, which I will now click and double click. Here we go. So I mentioned that there are bar crawls of pretty much any big city. They usually attract tourists who want to get a good package deal to see the nightlife from somebody who knows the city best. You also either get free drinks or discounted drinks, free shots, whatever. Sometimes there's pre-drinking events. And you almost definitely will have an awesome time with all sorts of like-minded party people to become friends with in a new city, and it's just a blast. You can either do it with the hostel you're staying in, if they offer one, or you can go to a bar crawl specific company. This, I mentioned in the article too, that I almost was going to be a bar crawl leader in Buenos Aires in Argentina. Well, this was the company that I had mentioned. So as you can see, this is a pretty legit type of company. If we scroll through here, the original pub crawl 7 days a week, year round, and they have updated photos and all that kind of stuff. They have a calendar. They have a tab for their staff. Let's try to see if my computer will actually load any of these. But basically, when I contacted these people, I was in desperate need of work. That's another story for another day. I Googled, knowing that Buenos Aires was a big city, I assumed there'd be a pub crawl. I Googled, I contacted the people, I had a Skype interview, I explained how I had led booze cruises and bar crawls and worked at party hostels in Croatia and Portugal, and I got the job. And it was way more scheduled compared with the stuff that I was doing at hostels. Like, this is an actual company that was paying me to take people out, and they just had kind of, it was run more like a business, which, makes sense. So here's an example. This is their staff page. So they have fun, young looking staff. Yeah, there's about 10. So it's a pretty legit company if they have 10 staff members. And I can't remember how much I was paid, but I know that it was a wage, and then I would get commission on the tickets that I sold. So my job was basically to corral all of the drunk people from point A to point B to point C to point D to point E, whatever. Make sure that everyone's having a good time, their drinks are full, their entry is covered. And yeah, it sounds fun, and that's also what I'll get into with this follow-up video. I'm going to talk about the pros and the negatives. So the pros are obvious. You're basically getting paid to party. You get to meet people from all over the world. It's a fun environment. You don't have to wake up early because the hours are late, obviously. It's a nightlife crawl, and then and yeah, you get free alcohol. You can save money that way when you're going out. So, and you get to become one of the locals kind of. So that's always cool. Being on good terms with the bartenders and all that. Some of the cons, it's exhausting, okay? Yeah, it's fun, but do you really want to do it over and over and over every single night? When I worked in Portugal, I seriously worked there for 6 months. I don't know how I survived. You have to have party stamina, that's for sure. You also, here's just an insider tip. Drink vodka soda or vodka water, something that's hydrating you through the night. The key, a hangover is basically when your body's dehydrated. So if you can either drink water in between your drinks or drink water as a mixer, you will feel a lot better in the morning. Another trick, coconut water and also Pedialyte. Yeah, wow, we're learning a lot. Not only if you want to be a bar crawl leader, but just in general life. These are ways to avoid a hangover. So hopefully that in and of itself will help you somehow. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, other cons. You don't make that much money. Major con is, what if someone gets out of control drunk? That's not good. I hate when people turn violent when they're drunk. I never understand it, but it does happen. That's never happened to me on a bar crawl, but that would suck. So you kind of have to be, you have to be prepared to be the one that's responsible for keeping everyone in line and making sure everyone's having fun, but in a safe and well-behaved, to an extent, a well-behaved way. So there was one instance when I was in Croatia, one kid was very drunk, and yeah, that was no fun. He wasn't violent or anything. He was mostly just a blob. And yeah, and everyone turned to me like, oh, this guy, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that was an example of a con for the job. But besides that, 99.9% of the time, it was just a blast. I have to be honest. Let's see what these photos have to offer. Oh, it's the Facebook. So yeah, you can see these crowds. Damn. It's just good times. It's just fun. It's just shot, 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 shot. And all that good stuff. What do I got over here? Oh, so when I went to Google, I typed in bar crawl job just to see what would pop up. And it turns out there's a site called hosteljobs.net. So you can use this to search hostel jobs too. But this is an example of bar crawl leader jobs that are available at hostels. Bar crawl leader and volunteer jobs at Party Hostel in Estonia. So in need of outgoing live-in pub crawl leaders for fun and friendly Party Hostel. You have to be extremely outgoing, sociable, love to party, but also you need to have good leading and organizing skills. Next to a decent pay, you get free drinks and entrances, plus free accommodation with all other amenities that come with living in the hostel. See, so like I mentioned in the article, you have the benefits of living in the hostel, but you need to be extremely outgoing, social as your character, but also responsible, reliable, organized, and keeping track of everyone and the ticket sales and keeping everyone in line. So like I said, this follow-up video is different than the others because I think that my article was pretty self-explanatory personally with this topic. There's only so much I can really show you. I've given you an example of an established bar crawl company versus an example of a posting for a bar crawl job in a hostel. I've shown you that judging by this posting, what I've written in the article based on the type of personality they're looking for, social, but responsible. And yeah, I don't even have any notes for this topic in my, okay, look at my notebook. Look at this chicken scratch. That's why I'm always squinting over to the corner because I can't even read my own writing. But anyway, I think I gave you a pretty good idea on all of that. Like I said, for free drinks, commission. Do you need much more? I mean, sometimes if you're a bar crawl leader, you're getting free accommodation because it's with a hostel. So really, that takes the last expense out of your life, and you're just at that point living for free and having the craziest, awesome schedule ever. So if you want to be living it up, partying hard, just having a blast, having a ball, making amazing friends, maybe you should be a bar crawl leader. Are you a social butterfly that's in your chrysalis and you just want to freaking escape? Caterpillar days are over. Break through your chrysalis, man. Just be that social butterfly. All right, and on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and well, I kind of am in the mood to go to a bar now, to be honest. It's Saturday night. I worked enough on these videos that aren't even very good, and I think I need a break, and I think I need a beer. So you, maybe you need a beer too, and maybe you should just freaking become a bartender or a bar crawl leader or work at a hostel and just have a blast and have a ball and just have a good day. And that's all I have to say. Yeah, man, live your life and live it your way. That's all. Signing off.